What if I told you that spending just a few hours this summer connecting with your local community could completely transform your entire school year? Sound too good to be true? Hi there. I'm thrilled you're here because by the end of this episode, you're going to discover how to strategically build meaningful partnerships that bring real world learning directly into your classroom. And here's something to consider. What if the best learning resources aren't in catalogs or online? They're right in your own community, waiting for someone to make the connection. While most teachers spend summer planning lessons in isolation, savvy educators use this time to build bridges that make their teaching come alive. Here's what you'll walk away with. I've created what I'm calling the 5 circle strategy. I offer ways that you can map your community connections across service providers, enrichment partners, career connectors, cultural organizations, and civic groups. I offer a simple outreach template, exactly what to say when reaching out so you could sound professional and not feel desperate, and a sustainable partnership approach. We have to understand why starting small leads to lasting relationships that actually enhance our teaching. If you've ever felt like your lessons could use more real world connections or wished you had authentic ways to show students their place in the community, this episode will feel like someone just handed you a roadmap to teaching that is relevant and that will matter to your students. Let's dive in. This is Schoolutions Teaching Strategies, the podcast that extends education beyond the classroom. A show that isn't just theory, but practical, try it tomorrow approaches for educators and caregivers to ensure every student finds their spark and receives the support they need to thrive. Welcome back to Schoolutions Teaching Strategy Summer Series. I'm your host, Olivia Wall, and today we're talking about one of the most powerful yet underutilized strategies for classroom success: building meaningful connections with community resources during your summer break. If you're like most teachers, you're probably using the summer to recharge, plan lessons, or maybe tackle that stack of professional learning books. What if I told you that spending just a few hours this summer connecting with your local community could transform your entire school year? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Let's start with why summer is the perfect time for this work. During the school year, you're juggling lesson plans, grading, caregiver conferences, and 1,000 other responsibilities. Summer gives you the mental space and flexible schedule to be intentional about building these relationships. Think about it. Community organizations, local businesses, and cultural institutions are often more available during summer months. Many are planning their own fall programming and looking for educational partnerships. You're not just asking for help either, you're offering something valuable in return. So I've created what I'm calling the 5 circle strategy for mapping your community connections. Picture 5 overlapping circles around your school. Circle 1 could be direct service providers. These are organizations that directly serve your student population: food banks, after school programs, tutoring centers, counseling services. These connections help you support your students' basic needs so they can focus on learning. Circle 2 could be educational enrichment partners. Think museums, libraries, nature centers, historical societies, and science centers. These partnerships bring real world learning directly into your classroom or provide field trip opportunities that actually connect to your curriculum. Circle 3 could be career and life skill connectors. Think local businesses, trade organizations, community colleges, and professional associations. These connections help students see the relevance of their education and explore future pathways. Circle 4, cultural and arts communities. Theater groups, music organizations, art studios, cultural centers. These partnerships bring creativity and cultural awareness into your teaching, especially important for building inclusive classrooms. And Circle 5, Think civic and leadership organizations like the city council, volunteer groups, environmental organizations, and youth leadership programs. These connections help students understand their role as community members and future leaders. And now let's get practical. Here are 4 steps to create a summer action plan. Step 1, research and map. Spend one afternoon researching organizations in each of your 5 circles. You could use Google, your city's website, local Facebook groups. Ask other teachers for recommendations. I create a simple spreadsheet with contact information, mission statements, and potential collaboration ideas. Step 2, make the connection. This is where many teachers get stuck, the initial outreach. Here's a potential template that could work for you. Hi, I'm, and you give your name, a, and you would give your grade or your subject, teacher, at, and you would name your school. I'm reaching out because I believe there could be a meaningful connection between your organization's work and my students' learning. I'd love to learn more about what you do and explore how we might collaborate to benefit both of our communities. Keep it simple, genuine, and curious rather than asking for something specific right away. Step 3, meet and listen. Schedule a brief coffee meeting or a phone call. Your goal is not to pitch an idea. It's really to understand their work or their challenges and their goals. You could ask questions like, what does a typical day look like for your organization? Or what misconceptions do people have about your work? I also like, what would you want young people to know about this field or issue? And step 4, follow up and plan. After each conversation, I try to always send a thank you note and any promised information. If there's a mutual interest in collaboration, you could propose a specific small-scale partnership for the fall. Maybe it's a single guest speaker, a field trip, or even a classroom project. Start small and build from there. So I want to pause because I know what you may be thinking. This sounds great, but I barely have enough time to plan my lessons, let alone network with the entire community. Here's how to make this manageable, though. Set a goal of 1 new connection per week during your summer break. That's 8 to 10 organizations over 2 months. Block out 2 hours each week for this work, 1 hour for research and outreach, and 1 hour for meetings or calls. Also, I always try to think about collaboration over competition. If you choose to partner with other teachers in your building or district, you can divide the research, you can share contacts, and support each other in building these relationships. A connection that doesn't work for your 3rd grade class might be perfect for the high school career counselor. Let's address the elephant in the room. What usually stops teachers from doing this work in the first place? The biggest barrier I hear is fear of rejection or not knowing what to offer in return. Remember, you have something incredibly valuable: access to young minds who are curious about the world and eager to make a difference. Many community organizations struggle to connect with young people. You're offering them a chance to share their passion and potentially recruit future volunteers or employees, making a real impact on the next generation. Another concern is sustainability. What if you can't maintain these relationships? And that's real. So start with what you can realistically manage. 1 strong ongoing partnership is better than 5 partnerships that fizzle out by October. Here's your challenge for this week. Choose one of the 5 circles we discussed and identify 3 potential partners in your community. Send 1 introductory email or make 1 phone call, just 1. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. You're not just building resources for your classroom, you're building bridges between your students and their community. You're showing them that learning happens everywhere and that they have a place in the world beyond the school walls. That's a wrap on today's Schoolutions Teaching Strategies Summer Series Tip episode. If you try the 5-circle strategy this summer, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Email me at schoolutionspodcast@gmail.com. Find me on social media. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Until then, remember that the best teachers aren't just educators, they're community builders. Thanks for listening, and here's to a September filled with new possibilities. Schoolutions Teaching Strategies is created, produced, and edited by me, Olivia Wall. Thank you to my older son, Benjamin, who created the music playing in the background. You can follow and listen to Schoolutions wherever you get your podcasts, or subscribe to never miss an episode and watch on YouTube. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email at schoolutionspodcast@gmail.com. Let me know what your action plan is to reach out to different community members. Make sure to tune in every Monday and Friday this summer for mini episodes filled with tips and ideas that will help you prepare for September while still resting and rejuvenating this summer. See you soon for another tip, and until then, enjoy the sunshine and take care.